Hello everybody, welcome to a World of Warships Blitz video. Today's video is the Tier 10 Tech Tree British Destroyer, the Daring. So this is the second time I've recorded it after listening to the first time where I called it the Gearing for a good 6 minutes. So my apologies. Well, actually, there's no inconvenience to you, but there's a lot of inconvenience to me. So for those who are observant, and it may not be very clear, and I don't know how you'd be that observant, this is actually on my personal account, not the press account. So yes, I have a tier 10 ship on my personal account at long last. Now, for those of you that are wondering where the tier 9 Tech Tree British Destroyer video for the Jutland is, there will be no video. And that is because I've decided that buying and grinding the Jutland is an expense that I just am not really interested in. The reason that I like the Daring, and I love the look of the Daring, is that it has the 2.5 second reload. So it is a super version with slightly less guns of the Harugumo. Hopefully. It's a lot more agile. It's got a lot more smokes. It is a good little ship. So here I am learning how to, be a Daring captain. It's got fantastic ability to stop. Here I am. I'm going to pepper a whole lot of torpedoes down the line towards that enemy ship. Now I would send them all down a line, but so many times I've seen the line snake past. So I'll take a few hits rather than no hits, even though that may be expensive. Lots of hits. So there we go. 10 torpedoes fired, 1 hit. So maybe I should probably be a little bit more patient. Problem is, it comes down to the fact that I didn't get my torpedo management set up. So, 2 more hits, I'll take those. So yeah, I'm not practicing good torpedo management, which is something that I was practicing in the Lightning and the Jarvis. But yeah, seem to have lost my way. Anyway, here we are. We spotted a destroyer before, and my job is to help protect my fellow captains. So what I've done here is smoked up, fired off my sonar. A bit late on that turn, so I am going to wear one of these, but I can keep it to one of these, which is fantastic. He smokes up, but unfortunately he's too close to my sonar, and the Brindisi deals with him. So hey, I've got a job and I did it. The Brindisi's still on full health, and this Brindisi player is actually quite good at his stuff, so I'm pretty pleased to have him as an offsider, even though he may, I don't know what he thinks of me, but anyway. Hey, everyone's got to start somewhere, and we sent him a note of thanks because he really did save our bacon, because I think the Shimakaze, I'd counted the number of torpedoes that it fired, and it had fired 2 racks from what I could tell, and a 3rd rack from one of those things at close range could be very, very devastating. Right, so here we are. We are, we've got this coming around the bend, but I think he's on way too low health for me to worry about that. Now I probably should have fired a widespread there, but instead I fired all those torpedoes off, I think for nothing, because the ship that was heading that direction had almost no health and was dealt with. Okay, right. So that means I've got 2 torpedoes to release, and probably I should have just shot them off and got the reloading process underway. Right, here comes the enemy battleship. Once the cone gets clear of the island, I let him have it, but I think he's crawled in slowly and then rushed out, because my torpedoes are going to pass by the rear of that ship. This guy's surprisingly agile for a Yamato, and I guess that is tier 10 players for you, experienced ones. So unfortunately, because I've just fired those torpedoes, I've got a minute. Well, those 2 torpedoes hit the Musashi, so I don't feel so bad, but yeah. Right, and let's just let this guy have it. and then turn and head away. Taking a full broadside of AP from the Musashi, which is fortunate because if it had been HE it would have been all over Rover. We've stopped moving, which means we've hit the island, and normally we slide off the island, but I found in this map the one part of the island where there's enough rocks to create a sort of a proper catchment area, leaving me exposed to the guns of the Musashi, who's busy trying to get revenge for those 2 torpedo hits. As it is, he's turning away, and well, that's the sort of thing, that reason that I really wanted the daring is 2.5 second reload. So there may not be a great chance of causing a fire, but there's a lot of individual chances. That's the other Shimakaze taken down. So at this stage, 5 ships to 3, and all those ships being large ships means that the advantage is on our team. I should probably try and go around and torpedo things, but I have no idea where they are. So we're going to chase this Musashi. If he's within gun range, then well and good. We'll use the super firing forward guns to see if we can get some fires on him. Otherwise, we'll just try and push our point total up by getting a whole lot of hits. And he's turning around. We're keeping our nose in. Those turrets look as though they're facing squarely in my direction.
We hit the enemy.
Yep, certainly are. Unfortunately, I'm a terribly small target, and as it turns out, there is another ship nearby that manages to, that's a Republic, so there wasn't really enough health left on that Musashi to really withstand that. And that basically brings us to the last 15 seconds of the game. 2 cruisers. We have 5 ships. We have 4 ships now. They have 2. And in a base capture game, with no one capturing the base, that's enough to win on points. 61,000 damage. I survived. So 2 really good outcomes as far as I'm concerned for a battle that's in a tier that really I cheated to get to. Well, I didn't really cheat. It's quite legitimate to use the free XP, but it's definitely not recommended. So I suspect that it's going to be a bit of hard yakka, but still, I did want the ship. So there you go. 61,000, 3rd in the team. Not bad. A lot of torpedoes fired into the ether, but hey, still got 10 hits. And yeah, so there you go. The Daring, Tier 10, British destroyer. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you next time.